Hey friends, how you doing? How you been? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in again and hanging out with me. Today, I wanted to give an update on my new health journey because, child, got some good news, girl. But as you know, I have been on this new health journey for about a month now. And what started this journey for me, I will link the first video up here somewhere. But what started this journey for me was my last follow-up with my doctor for cancer screening. Of course, I am still cancer-free, but during that appointment, she just brought a lot of things to light for me and helped me to realize how much more I could be doing to make sure that my body is healthy and strong to either avoid a recurrence or strong enough to fight a recurrence. And she just helped me to understand that her job is to screen and monitor so that if there is a recurrence, we would catch it quickly and then she could treat it quickly. But my part comes first. My part is more important. And we just had a really, really good conversation in her office after my exam. And she just helped me to realize how important my part is. And although it's logical, I knew it, it's just hearing her say it made something click in my brain. And ever since it clicked in my brain, I have been locked in. 10 toes down, 100% committed. So for the past month since that last appointment, um, I've been all in. I've been all in. So it's officially been a month now, and I had a follow-up appointment with her for different reasons this time, for a happier cause this time. And I am also happy to say the results were very good. And I wanted to do a video to share these results with you. So during my follow-up, she did more labs. For the lab, she checked my A1C, my cholesterol, my kidney function, liver function, all the stuff that's involved in a complete the lipid panel and the other C panel. I can't remember what the C word stands for, but the other panel. So she did all labs for all of those things. And she also did labs to check like nutritional deficiencies, like looking at my electrolytes, my vitamin D, my zinc, my iron, stuff like that. And then I was not expecting this. She also did a body composition analysis. And that was a machine that she has, and you step on it barefoot. And on the bottom of it, it's like these metal pieces that I guess send waves like through your body from the feet. And then there are some handles that hold, and it has the same metal on the handles, so it sends the waves through your hands. Well, child, the whole process only lasts maybe 5 minutes, but the body composition tells you your muscle mass, your body fat, your BMI, your weight, the measurements of your arms, comparing your left arm to the right arm, your left thigh to the right thigh, your waist circumference, like it it measures all of that. And at the end of it, I get this long printout of all of the metrics from it. And then of course she get this long report from the lab. Well, I was so shocked. I was so shocked because it's only been 1 month. It's only been 1 month. And in addition to changing my eating habits, I've also been still doing my regular faith walks, but I've been doing faith walks for years. So I walk about 3 to 4 miles, at least 5 times a week. I try to walk every day, but sometimes challenges be too hot. And I don't feel like getting up early. But at minimum, I'm walking 5 times a week, 3 to 4 miles a week, which by the way, that has increased because I usually only walk 2 to 3 miles a week. Now it's up to 3 to 4. Yes, non-scale victories. Um, but in addition to eating healthy, continuing my faith walks, I also fast occasionally. I do intermittent fasting. I fast for 16 hours. I eat during a window of 8 hours. I don't do it every day. I pretty much listen to my body. If I'm not hungry, I don't force myself to eat. And sometimes I will go the full 16 hours, meaning I have my last meal sometimes between 7 and 8 p.m. So I don't eat until about noon the next day. And what I mean when I say I don't do it all the time, because if I wake up in the morning, depending on what I ate for dinner, depending on how nutrient dense it was, depending on how much healthy fats was involved in the meal, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm hungry. And if I wake up in the morning and I'm hungry, girl, I'm gonna eat. So that will not be a fasting day other than the 8 hour, 10-hour fast that I did overnight. But if I wake up in the morning and I'm not hungry, I'll go until noon before I eat. So about 5 days a week, I'm usually fasting. But anyway, so the eating healthier, the occasional fast, and then my faith walks. Try to faith walk every day, but if not 5 days a week, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And as a result of that, this is what I learned during my follow-up with my doctor after just 1 month of these changes. No restrictions, no strenuous exercise, just making intentional choices that prioritize protein and fiber and giving my body what it needs. Oh, one more thing, water. I drink a lot of water. You know, they say you're supposed to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. Um, I'm not exactly at half yet, but I do drink about 80 ounces of water. Um, and I just started drinking 80 because when I first started this new health journey, I was only drinking maybe 60, 64 ounces, the standard 8 glasses a day. But child, that's not enough. That's not enough. So I set my first target at 80, and I've been drinking consistently every day 80 ounces of water for about 2 weeks. So half of this time I've been drinking 80 ounces, but it took me 2 weeks of trying to get up to that point. So yeah, so back to the results. So with all the changes I've made over the past month, first of all, my blood pressure, normal. My A1C, the blood sugar, normal. That was that was inching up. And that was the main thing that my doctor was concerned about. It was inching up and it was in that pre-diabetic, that word that scares me and snaps me back to reality. Malika, get it together. But my A1C is now normal. My cholesterol is down. Notice I didn't say normal. But it's down significantly. Um, she did threaten me with some medication, but I'm like, come on, doc, you see the trend? You see the trend when you see me again in, I think I see her again in 2 months or 3 months. Um, See me again in 2, 3 months, it's gonna be down even more. So nah, we ain't doing no medication. I'm not about the medication life. No, if there's still something within my power that I can do, and if I'm actively doing it and I'm seeing the results, nah, we're not doing that. Put that medication back in your drawer. Put that prescription pad down. So my cholesterol is down significantly, but it's still not as low as she wants it to be. She wants it to be on the lower end of the healthy range. I'm like, let me just get in the door first. She wanted to be on the lower end of the healthy range. But my good cholesterol, HDL, is in the good range, and my triglycerides are in the good range. That LDL, child. You know they say LDL increases anyway with age. I was negotiating with my doctor, trying to explain all the research that I found. She was like, "Yeah, yeah, Malika, I'm gonna put you on some medication if you don't get into this range." I'm gonna be in that range by the time I see her again. Watch. I wasn't that far outside of it. I wasn't that far outside of it, but she wants me on the lower end of it. I'm gonna get there. Probably not the number she want to see, but I'm gonna get within the healthy range. But anyway, back to my results. My muscle mass increased. My muscle mass increased by zero point 0.6 kilograms, and that's equivalent to about 1.3 pounds. I was very, very happy to see that. I was actually very surprised too, because I don't lift weights at all. Well, you know what? What I do doesn't really count as lifting weights because I'm not doing it consistently enough. But there was maybe 2 or 3 days. It was too hot to walk outside, so I went to the gym and got on a treadmill. And the treadmill is just boring. I call it the dreadmill. I can't stand walking on the treadmill. So I was trying to do different stuff to keep myself entertained and to keep myself focused so I'm not dreading the workout and watching the clock go down. So I went and picked up some, lightweight dumbbells. The first time I tried it, I picked up 3-pound dumbbells. And the second and third time I tried it, I picked up 5-pound dumbbells. So I was walking on the treadmill with the dumbbells in my hand. And y'all know how I get when T.I. let them know, come on. When T.I. start blasting in my ear, girl, your girl changed. I started doing the curls. I started doing the shoulder presses. I tell you, when that song come on, it's like I get a battery in my back. I get to moving. But that 2 or 3 times I, lifted some light dumbbells and did a couple of reps while I was walking. But most of my walks are either outside with no added weight. And the other few times I walked on the treadmill, I just increased the incline. I usually increase the incline to about 3 to 4%. And for the speed, I will go up to about 4 miles per hour. It's gotten to the point where I can go up to 4 miles per hour and I don't get like extremely winded anymore. I can still breathe comfortably, like out of my nose. I'm not like gasping for air. So 4 miles per hour, it's a brisk walk where I feel like I'm working out. I'm working out and I'm sweating, but it's not so strenuous where I'm out of breath. So my cardiovascular system is definitely getting stronger because 4 miles per hour is almost a little jog. It's almost a little jog, but I got to be careful because these 51-year-old knees, ain't about that life, and I don't want no injuries. I don't want no injuries. But so yeah, other than those few times that I picked up weights while I was walking. I haven't really been lifting weights, so I was actually very surprised that my muscle mass increased by 1.3 pounds. But girl, here's what really shocked me. My body fat. Chad, let me take a drink to this. Mm. By the way, this is I ain't gonna spill it on my computer. Chamomile tea that I'm drinking. I love chamomile tea. It's very relaxing. I like it when I'm in chill mode. And I just got back from my walk, took a shower, put on my house loungewear, made me a cup of tea. And then I remembered I forgot to tell y'all about my doctor's appointment. So I hit record. But anyway, girl, my body fat, my body fat percentage is down 3.5%. I had, I looked at the paper, I had to do a double take. I was like, in 1 month. Can you believe that? In 1 month, my body fat is down almost 3.5%, 3.4%. That's amazing to me. And when I see numbers like that, I'm like, man, imagine what I'll do in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 1 year. 3.4% in just 1 month. My body fat is down. I was really, really happy to see that number. The muscle mass surprised me. I was happy to see the body fat percentage down. And of course, the last metric that we tracked that I would like to share with you, we tracked a bunch of other stuff too, but the last one that I would like to share with you is my weight. Now, I want to be clear. I am not on a weight loss journey. I'm not doing this with the ultimate goal to lose weight. My goal is improved health. All the metrics that I already mentioned, blood pressure, A1C, cholesterol, that cholesterol gonna have me and my doctor squaring up. But the blood pressure, the A1C, the cholesterol, that's more important to me. And just all of the non-scale victories too are more important to me. The reduced inflammation. Because of the surgeries that I've had, I deal with a lot of inflammation and I get a lot of lymphatic draining massages. So inflammation is like a big battle for me. So reducing the inflammation in my body has been so amazing. I don't have a lab that track that, but I can tell the difference. I can tell because I don't feel fluffy. My my watch, based on where I like my strap to fall, my watch doesn't feel as tight. My rings don't feel as tight. The inflammation in my arm on the surgical side has gone down. I can tell the way it feels when my arm is down and touching my body. So metrics like that are the most important to me. As I said in video one, if I lose weight, that's just a byproduct. And it's like extra icing on the cake, extra sprinkles on the cupcake. But my weight did go down too in just 1 month. And what surprised me about this number, I promise I'm gonna tell you the number. What surprised me about this number is because, again, I'm not restricting myself. I ate out several times with my Malaysian friends this past month. I've had all kinds of food, beef, burgers. One day I had French fries, but I didn't even desire the fries. I ate about 4 or 5 and threw the rest away. I've had pizza. I haven't had any refined sugar like cookies, cakes, candies, muffins, and stuff like that because I just haven't desired it. So I haven't had anything like that, but I do consume a lot of my sugar through fruits. I love dragon fruit. I love blueberries. I love watermelon. Ooh, child, love me a good watermelon. I love kiwi. I love all kinds of sweet fruits. So I get my sweet fix, but it's from fruit, and fruit also has fiber. So I'm not concerned about getting consuming a lot of sugar from fruits, natural sugars from the fruits. Um, but to see this number as a result of not doing anything overly restrictive or not doing any exercise that's strenuous. I'm not in the gym doing 2 a days. I'm not, lifting weights and running and like doing all the things. I'm not doing like 24-hour fasts. I'm not doing keto and all the things that people do to lose weight. For me to just simply choose to add and track my protein. And when I say track, I don't mean like tracking and measuring in the app and all that kind of stuff. I really just eyeball it and track it mentally. but to prioritize protein and fiber. That's the main thing I add, the main thing I pay attention to, and just let everything else fall however it falls. But after 1 month, I am down 3.8 kilograms. And that is the equipment. I have everything in kilograms because I'm in Malaysia and they are on the metric system. But 3.8 kilograms is equivalent to 8.5 pounds. Girl, when I saw that number on the body scan machine. It did do 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 do, and it was blinking. All the lights was blinking, and then you had the little line that was running to tell you when it was about to finish. And when everything finished, and all the numbers ran up and down, and then the weight froze, and I saw that number, and I was like, "Is that for real?" Wow. And I didn't know the full conversion at the time, but I know 1 kilogram is over 2 pounds. So when I saw the more than 3 kilograms, I was like, that's at least 6 or 7, I know. And then when I did the conversion, I was like, that's 8.5 pounds in 1 month. It still blows my mind. It still blows my mind. Imagine if I were more intentional and focused on my weight. In fact, if I was, it would probably give the opposite effect. I'll probably become so obsessed with the scale and I probably won't lose any at all. So, no, don't imagine that. Scratch that. I take that back. Don't do that. But for my results to be this good after only 1 month, my doctor was very pleased. I was elated. And the journey continues. I'm very happy to know that what I'm doing is working for me, is working for my body, and is pleasing to my doctor. So that just motivates me to keep doing it and to keep going. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I feel so good. There are a lot of non-scale victories too. There are a lot of um like bio data victories, like sleeping better, as I mentioned, less inflammation in my body. As I also mentioned, being able to walk faster, 4 miles per hour on the treadmill now and not get winded. That's amazing. That's jogging pace. Um, it's it's been amazing. And I'm so happy that I'm in the right mind space to commit to doing this for me, not for an event, not for a date, not for a special occasion. I'm just doing it for me. So I have no deadline. I have no final target. I'm just doing this for me. And it feels good. I have detached a lot from the information that I was consuming from the United States, keeping track of the news and getting updates of, what the orange man is doing, all that stuff that was stressing me out and making me anxious. I've detached from that a lot. I'm not completely detached yet, and don't think I will ever be because my family and friends are back in the United States. And I still think it's important for me to be aware of what's going on in the world, but I didn't need to be as embedded in that information as I used to be. And I can tell the difference in my body because I sleep better at night. I don't have those anxious feelings and thoughts that I used to have, that the worry about what if, what's going to happen. I stay prayed up. I have faith, and whatever happens in the world, it happens. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue living my life and doing the very best I can to make this body, this only body that I will ever have, to make this body healthy and strong. So, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I will probably do updates at least once a month. But if something big happens, something exciting happens, I will do a video in between. But I'll do an update at least once a month. So I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for your support. I thank you so much for your encouragement in the comments. Leave a comment to let me know, are you on a health journey right now? And if you are, or if you have been in the past, what worked best for you? What helped you to reach your goals? And if you are not on a health journey right now, what are you doing to manage stress in your life? You know, they say stress is a silent killer because it causes the blood pressure to go up, it causes heart disease, it causes all kinds of things that don't have symptoms. So they call it the silent killer. So, what are you doing to manage the stress in your life and to make your body the strongest that it can be? Let me know in the comments. But all right, friends, I thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye for now.